Hello again and welcome back to the Fire Burns Within channel. Time for a very quick weekly album review. This is probably going to be the last one before the end of the year is upon us and we start thinking about doing the end of year lists, which I've already started finalizing. I'm going to do a top 100 albums. I'm going to do it in 4 sections, 25, 25, 25, and a final top 25. But anyway, this is a quick weekly album review. I have managed to listen to 8 new albums, which I think most of them are released recently. A couple of them might have been released some time ago, which I've never heard at that time, but heard during the last 7, 8, 10 days or so. Anyway, the first album is a band I don't know. They're called Asterize, and the album is called Two Worlds. They're a power metal band, melodic power metal band, pretty typical sounding melodic power metal. More on the happy end, the happier scale of power metal. The vocals are slightly average, let's say. Not great anyway, not up to the the absolute masters, but the music is fun, it's listenable. I gave that one a 7.5 out of 10. Next one is Alyssa C. Martin with Nothing Without Pain. Alyssa, she was the vocalist in a power metal band. I forget which. It might have been the Spanish band. The names just popped out of my head. Anyway, this is her solo effort. This is really quite good. It's really heavy, sort of groovy. It's still got a little bit of power metal, but it's also sort of little bit just heavy modern metal. Her vocals are really quite melodic as well. I quite like this one. 7.5 out of 10 again. Next one is a band I don't know. They're called Insanity. Not insanity one word. The word in and the word sanity. And the album is called For We Triumph. This one is sort of a melodic death metal band. Something like Children of Bodom, little bit of Older at the Gates. It's just not as good as all those classic bands. It's good, it's solid. It's just not quite as good as those. There's some clean vocals here and there, which are okay. They're not sort of wowing me, but the songs are quite good. The music is decent melodic death metal. So also 7.5 out of 10 for Insanity. Next band is called Whirlwind, and the album is called 1714. Whirlwind is basically a Running Wild tribute band, especially very early Running Wild, like up to the first 4 albums or so. It's sort of got the same feel to it. It's raw, it's fast, it's melodic. The vocalist is sort of like a really rough version of Rock and Roll. He's probably the weak link in the band. Let me get my words out straight. But I quite enjoy the music. I mean, it's fun. I love Running Wild, so I like bands that pay tribute to Running Wild. They use that style. And Whirlwind is good. Just the vocalist, he's okay, but he's just nothing special about him, so it just drags the band down a bit. But I still gave it 7.5 out of 10. Okay, I need to speed this up. I'm talking too much. Next one is Amberian Dawn, Take a Chance, a metal tribute to ABBA. I love Amberian Dawn, the band. I love this album. It's fun. I mean, I don't really like ABBA, but when it's sort of melodic, metalized, it sounds sort of palatable. It sounds good. And Amberian Dawn, in their own music, they've got a huge ABBA influence anyway, so it sounds good, and they do a very good job of the ABBA covers. Okay, next one is an album released just recently. It's Aryan Path, or Arayan Path. Let me get the name right. It's not Aryan like the Aryan race. It used to be, actually, they changed the name because of the controversy surrounding the word Aryan, and sort of they changed the spelling slightly. It's now Aryan Path. So I don't know, I'm not sure what that really means, but the band's name is changed anyway, and they're a Cypriot band, and they deal with Cypriot, Greek, and Oriental myths and themes like that. The album is called Thus Always to Tyrants. It's melodic, power metal, epic metal. Vocalist is very good. The songwriting is solid, but it's not completely amazing. I wanted more amazing songs. It's just solid. There's some great songs, don't get me wrong, and my rating for the album is 8 out of 10, which is very solid, but I don't know, I always want the best. I always want more. I need things to be 9 out of 10 and upwards. 8 out of 10, I've got thousands of those. I mean, I've literally got thousands. Next one, okay, is Crystal Gates, Torment and Wonder, The Ways of the Lonely Ones. Believe it or not, Crystal Gates are a Uruguayan band, which is weird in itself. You wouldn't think there'd be too many of those type of band. Excuse me. Oh, God, I'm yawning. It should go as an outtake, but I don't know. I'm just going to leave it in. I can't be asked. I just can't be asked. Anyway, Uruguayan band Crystal Gates is a female-fronted melodic power metal band. They're pretty good. The album is pretty good. Her vocals are maybe slightly the weak point, but she's also good as well. The band is really good. I like the album. It gets a solid 8 out of 10 from me. But it's not the album of the week. The album of the week is a band called Howler with 2 umlauts on top of the O. And the album is called Descendants of Evil. I don't know this band at all. I forgot to look where they're from, but I really like this album. It's by a smidgen the album of the week. It's getting a rating of 8.25 out of 10. So it just lifts it slightly above the others. The band is like a mix between thrash metal. The vocals are very sort of rough and ready. I'd say it's sort of melodic thrash metal with a little bit of just traditional heavy metal mixed in. The riffs are really good. The production is really good. Give Howler a listen. Howler. Yeah, okay, that's enough for this video, including yawns and gaps and I don't know what. Yeah, just stay tuned for the final 4 videos of the year, I guess, where I'll do my rundown of the top 100 albums of the year. I'm not doing them mixed by genre. I'm just doing them all the genres that I like. I know some people like to do only, say, power metal, or only melodic rock, only death metal. I've done that in the past, but I'm just gonna mix them all up and do it as one big list of 100. I mean, if I counted all the albums I like from 8 that I've given 8 out of 10 and upwards to this year, I think it'll be about 150. So maybe 200. I don't know, but let's sort of narrow it down to the top 100. All right, stay tuned as always.